As a boy, I sang with many great cantors, you know. I sang in choirs, you know. So I had some training. I always had the inclination, you know, of cantorial, you know. I had that. As a matter of fact, I had some training even before I went into the army. My father hired a cantor. I used to get private lessons. I was drafted. I wound up in Fort Dix. And from there, we went to Fort Bragg. I took basic training. Then after that, the first ship that came in, they shipped me overseas. I wound up in North Africa. For 7 months, we took amphibious training for the invasion of France. My company was on an LST, not on the barges that you see sometimes on television. We were on the regular boat, and we were hit by water mines. You know, we were hit about 3 times. We had casualties on the boat. We had at least 50% casualties on the boat before we even got on the beach. We wound up on Omaha Beach. If you saw Saving Private Ryan, you'd see more or less what happened there. Practically everything that happened there happened to us more or less, you know. There were so many casualties there in the water and on the beach. It was just horrible. So we went through France, of course, you know, all of France. We fought all the way through France. We were almost close to the German border already, in Aachen. So he said to me, the Catholic chaplain says, get all the men together, all the Jewish men in the division. Now the picture that you see, it was right what they called the Siegfried line. They were called the Dragon's Teeth. They were anti-tank obstacles.
May the Lord lift up his countenance upon thee.
If you heard the broadcast, you can hear artillery shells coming over us and all that. There was still fighting. There was fighting going on there. They weren't exactly on territory where it was 100% safe, you know. So in a way, you felt elated, you know, that all this is happening and with the service and everything else. But then again, there was a certain amount of fear also. Now, Rabbi Lefkowitz was a corps chaplain. He was not a division chaplain. Since we didn't have a division chaplain, now I was like the acting chaplain there. So he made all the speeches and everything, and I did all the singing. I would say, I mean, the emotion was tremendous. It was unbelievable. I mean, all the soldiers there, they themselves couldn't believe it, you know, because of everything that they heard, all the atrocities that we all knew what was happening, you know. I can't describe it. It's indescribable, you know, the way, how you really felt, you know, as a Jewish soldier, you know, and especially after most of them had family that perished in the Holocaust, you know. There were so many of them. I mean, I myself, sometimes I come to tears, you know, and I feel we had so many of my family. So the atmosphere there was unbelievable, you know, to have a first service, you know, on German soil, you know. It's difficult really to describe it, what you felt in your heart, you know. They felt the Jewishness in their heart. That's really, I think, what everyone felt, you know. You felt so elated, you know. I would think that would be the description, more or less. You know. Thank God that I got out in time before the Battle of the Bulge, because there we had more casualties in my division than they did on Omaha Beach. They had from frostbite. Many of them, they had to amputate their toes. It was so bad. And then, to the end of the war, when I went back to my company to see, you know, the people that that I served with, there wasn't one person left except one sergeant. From the whole company, they were all replacements. They were all either maimed or killed. By the way, the singing that I did over there, that made me feel very good. That part, I felt very good, you know, because we did a service there that really, they felt that it hadn't been done for years and years. I think every Jewish family practically heard that broadcast. It was from coast to coast.